Hello everyone, welcome to my latest little haul vid. Not a huge amount I picked up this week. Although the boot fairs were busy and the weather was nice, just wasn't really that much around. I'll show you anyway the bits I picked up. The first bit actually wasn't even from the boot fair. I actually got it off Amazon second hand, and I got an Armada DVD, the collector's edition, which has got, I've watched a couple of the episodes, not a bad sort of collection of the cartoons. Not bad for £2 as well, and that's delivered, so that was a good little bargain. It was second hand, but I don't really care, it's in perfect condition anyway. So yeah, that was a good little pickup. Now getting on to the boot fairs. First of all, like I said, I didn't think there was a lot around, and I was rooting around in a box, and I found a Cyberverse Starscream, and he's complete, which is quite nice because usually they're missing the arms, what are quite delicate. And I found the obligatory Bumblebee, but again he's complete, so either for customs or, you know, just sort of mucking around with really, those two. I got those for 10p each. The next thing I got, which I'll show you next, there is one other part, but I'm quite pleased with that bit, so I'll leave that till last. The next thing I got was a collection of 3 little books. Now at first my fiance was with me and she said, "Oh, is that a DVD?" And I thought, well, I didn't do any DVDs of like the movies sort of verse figures. So I thought, well, only Prime is out for that sort of thing. So I thought, oh, well, it looks like a DVD in its box, but it's actually 3 small books. And then I thought, you know, is it going to be ones what are more orientated towards sort of young children, sort of quite simplistic? And if I sort of flip through one for you, they're actually done along the lines of the IWD comic books. So the artwork inside is pretty great, and to be quite honest, the stories are pretty good in it. All 3 sort of follow on from one another, focusing on different characters from the original sort of movie line, and yeah, not bad for £1, and it's in perfect condition, nothing wrong with them at all. And they did retail originally for just a shade under 15 quid, so again, it's a nice little bargain, and actually a really good read. I've read them all today, and yeah, thoroughly enjoyed them. So if you ever see this sort of going cheap, you know, pick it up. It's well worth a little look. And a lot of the movie line figures what weren't in the film are included in these books. So again, you know, that's quite good in that sense because you actually get to see those characters in action. The next bit is quite a big bit, but don't get your hopes up, it's not Fort Max. I actually picked up, and I didn't pick it up because I'm going away anywhere. I picked up a child's Transformers travel case, and I actually thought, well, I've got a bit of use for that. It's to be damn handy to keep figures in and parts, and the front pocket, what you'd normally just put odds and ends in, would be perfect to put the instructions and small accessories what are loose. So again, a perfectly good little travel case, Optimus Prime on the front. It does have a slight fault with the zip on one corner, but you know, I got the zips working okay and they hold together fine, so again, not bad. It's got a rigid carry handle thing that you can pull out, like on those suitcases on the back. But I thought, not bad for 50p. So again, you know, I can store it. It's pretty rigid on the sides, you know, it's not sort of collapsible. Softer on the top, but you know, it's sort of nice vinyl. But I thought, yeah, what a perfect thing to keep all sort of my loose figures in. Well, I say all my loose figures, some of my loose figures in, and sort of keep them a bit tidy really. So, because it does get a bit higgledy-piggledy sometimes putting them in boxes and just sort of stacking them up as best you can. So that was a good little find. And then the last thing which I found, though I didn't find it last on the actual sort of going around the boot fairs, was actually a G1 part, and it's a part I actually need. So again, you can understand I was rather chuffed. Now it's not the most rarest part, and it's probably not the most interesting part, but it's part of Gunrunner, G1 Pretender vehicle. Now it's in itself, it's a little jet like so, with a couple of cannons. Now I've actually got Gunrunner out so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So Gunrunner's the robot inside this vehicle, and obviously the canopy opens and you can get Gunrunner out of there like so, and that's the little Pretender vehicle, Pretender robot I should say. Now this accessory, which is the jet sort of part, get it in shot, does fit on top of the vehicle. It's got a little cogged sort of like circle section, and that just clips on. Now obviously in this mode you fold, taking it off again, you fold up the wings on the jet mode and you just, that's it, clip it on. And then in vehicle mode, when this guy goes along, the guns go backwards and forwards, making a machine gun sort of sound as they go. And what a nifty little bit to find. You never expect to find sort of G1 accessories really, you know, you might get the odd figure, but finding parts is like, you know, such a godsend. And you know, you actually take Gunrunner out of his vehicle, fold him up, pretty basic little figure, and he does connect on and become part of the jet. So he actually fits on like so. So as you can imagine, I was pretty chuffed to pick that piece up. So it makes him sort of complete. There's a couple of little weapons also missing from that particular vehicle, but I'll find them eventually. But yeah, really chuffed, and especially the fact that the paint on the windscreen is pretty nigh on perfect. There's just a slight dirty mark what the camera might pick up on the top there, but other than that the paint is absolutely perfect. The stickers on the wings are perfect. So yeah, really chuffed, and that came for the grand sum of 20p. So the damn sight cheaper than you'll find it on the internet for sale, from sort of like, you know, auction sites like eBay and stuff like that. So yeah, really chuffed to pick up a little bit of G1. It's always nice to find any of the old parts, and just in a random box of toys. I did have a good look, because obviously you think, well, if that's in there, any other G1 bits, but you know, even the other parts or the other weapons from Gunrunner, but unfortunately not. And the guy did have some of the more modern, sort of cheap, almost like rip-offs of G.I. Joe sort of soldier figures in the other boxes and that, and he had a collection of clear bags with like all the weapons in, and believe me, I went through those weapons, looking right through, seeing if there was any G1 guns or parts, because I'd have had those bags regardless of sort of like the cost. You know, you might be thinking, oh, you know, a couple of quid for all of them. I'd have definitely snapped them up if there'd been any bits in there, but unfortunately not. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. I at least found one sort of nice part that I needed, so that's good. And I'm quite chuffed with the case, because it will give me somewhere to store all these bits I pick up, and make my sort of like storage, and let's just say a couple of drawers and the odd space in my wardrobe, maybe look a little bit tidier. But yeah, that's it. So that's all for this week's haul. Hopefully might be going to bootfair next week, but again, that's dependent on weather. But yeah, hopefully so anyway, so you never know, I might find something else then. But anyway, that's my little catch up and my little haul vlog, I suppose you'd call it. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I shall see you again next time. Thanks for everyone who's subscribed, and feel free to check out my older vids and see if there's anything there that you might enjoy watching a review of. Anyway, so I'll either see you again for another review or the next full vid. I should also point out as well, in support of everyone that is managing to get to AA, I'm wearing green for you tonight. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again.